Let's get real. Today is July 26th, 2025. When you picture Gaza, you probably see news clips, smoke, ruins, headlines about clashes. But Gaza is more than rubble. What's happening is an erasure. An attempt to wipe out a people, not just their buildings. For 2 million people, this isn't politics, it's survival. Imagine your neighborhood flattened, not by nature, but by missiles. In Jabalia and Khan Yunis, entire city blocks are now just twisted rebar and dust. Families who built lives for generations now live in tents beside their shattered homes. Kids play in bomb craters. This isn't post-war recovery, it's daily life. The goal isn't just to win a battle, it's to make Gaza unlivable, to break its people's spirit. The psychological toll is immense. The constant buzz of drones, the loss of safety, the loss of future. Every family has a story of loss. A medic, a baker, a child who loved to fly kites. These aren't just casualties, they're holes in the fabric of a society. So when you see the headlines, remember, this isn't a two-sided conflict, it's a siege. But the real story is about a people who refuse to be erased. Doctors, teachers, artists, parents, holding on to dignity in the dust. Their story is a testament to human resilience. How did we get here? The blockade. For nearly 2 decades, Gaza has been sealed off. Land, air, and sea. Imagine your city surrounded by a wall. You can't leave. Every basic supply is controlled by someone else. Gaza is often called the world's largest open-air prison. And it's true. Even before the 2025 war, 95% of water was undrinkable, hospitals were out of supplies, and the economy was in ruins. This isn't a side effect, it's the conflict itself. When people are denied rights and hope, resistance grows. Hamas is seen in the West as terrorists, but inside Gaza, it's more complicated. Many Gazans resent Hamas's rule, but when the alternative is slow death under blockade, some see armed struggle as the only option. The Palestinian Authority is viewed as corrupt and complicit. For many young Gazans, the choice is stark surrender or fight back. The rise of Hamas is a direct result of failed peace, occupation, and blockade. To understand Gaza, you must see both the desperation and the duality, condemning violence but understanding its roots. To grasp the human cost, listen to Gaza's youth, Layan, 15, from Rafah. They call us children of war. I wanted to be a doctor. Now my books are buried under rubble. Is it a crime to dream? A generation is growing up where survival is the only lesson. Dr. Ahmed at Al-Shifa Hospital. We ran out of morphine. We perform surgeries with little anesthesia. We choose who gets the last bag of blood, a child or a mother. We're fighting a collapse of humanity. The world sent thoughts and prayers. They needed medicine. Youssef, a father, stands by his destroyed home. They tell us to evacuate. Where? This was my home, my family, now they're gone. To leave is to let them win. These voices aren't politics, they're cries from the heart. Their resilience is superhuman. They fight to survive not out of hate, but out of love for the life stolen from them. They want safety, education, a future. Reducing them to a political problem ignores their screams. Their stories are a responsibility for us to share. This is the truth of Gaza, a people pushed to the limit, refusing to disappear. Their existence is resistance. Every day they choose to stay, to remember, to hope. Their dreams persist even in the rubble. We must listen, we must not look away. The summer 2025 war was different, quieter on the world stage, but relentless in Gaza. The official line targeting Hamas. The reality universities, water plants, bakeries, and safe zones destroyed. It was a systematic dismantling of society's foundations, a war on existence itself. The world was mostly silent, distracted by other crises. Gaza's suffering was framed as just another flare-up. News fatigue became a weapon. While bombs fell, the world scrolled past. Diplomatic statements called for de-escalation, creating a false equivalence. This silence was a green light. Inside Gaza, the indifference felt like betrayal. People listened for hope on radios, but help never came. Resistance became survival. Doctors operating by cell phone light, mothers baking bread with nothing, journalists risking everything to be heard. Gaza learned it was alone. The promises of international law felt like a cruel joke. Their resolve hardened. If no one would save them, they would save themselves. You can't bomb a people into silence forever. The truth broke through, on the streets, not in parliaments. Raw footage from Gaza sparked global outrage and protests in cities worldwide. For the first time, the narrative shifted. Civilian suffering was undeniable. Amid this, Hamas offered a comprehensive peace plan, a long-term truce, lifting the blockade, reconstruction, prisoner exchange. It was a real chance to end the bloodshed and address the root cause. The world held its breath. But the offer was rejected, dismissed as a trick. Western powers echoed, "You can't negotiate with terrorists." The focus stayed on dismantling Hamas, not the conditions that created them. For Gazans, this was the ultimate betrayal, a path to peace refused. Their suffering once again was deemed less important than politics. The cycle of violence was guaranteed to continue, not for lack of options, but because justice was denied. With peace rejected, a darker idea emerged: voluntary transfer, ethnic cleansing with a PR spin. Make Gaza unlivable, then call leaving a choice. It's a war crime disguised as rescue, a continuation of the Nakba. For Gazans, this is the existential threat, not just surviving bombs but fighting for the right to exist on their land. Leaving means defeat, validating the siege. Resistance persists, not out of love for violence but because every other path is blocked. It's the last resort of a people stripped of land, rights, and hope. True peace requires justice, an end to blockade and occupation, recognition of Palestinian rights. The fight for Gaza is about freedom, not hate. Resisting oppression is a profound act of humanity. The world must stop looking away. We must amplify their voices, demand accountability, and fight for a future where Gaza stands for freedom and justice. Their struggle is a call to our conscience.